Hey, Don Williams here with another segment of my EO story. So today I want to talk about path of leadership, or what EO calls POL, for path of leadership. And so the EO structure is this. You have a member, and then a member's in a forum, and a forum has a moderator, and those forums, moderators, and members are in a chapter, and that chapter has a board, and then the chapters are part of an area, and areas comprise the regions, of which there's 10 regions around the globe, and then there's the global organization, which includes the global board and global committees and subcommittees, and also staff members, of which there's about 120 that are actually employees of EO. And that whole setup is the EO sphere, so to speak. So the entire universe of EO. So path of leadership, my path started like this. Hillary was the chapter president, and she came by our forum. We're sitting at a table at an event, and she said, hey, I want a member of each forum to be on the board so that each forum is represented, which is a really good idea. I was not the forum member that was selected. It was Don Lamont, and he stepped up, and I think his first role was social, and back then I think we called it Happy Chair. So he planned the social and the fun events, and he did a great job. And truthfully, at the time, I was relieved that I wasn't going to do that. And so the next year, I was invited to participate on the board, and I said, I really want to do forum. I'm a forum junkie. I'm really good at it. And they told me I could do finance. And so I'm a sales and marketing guy. I can't even spell finance really. And so I accepted the position, but thinking I'm way over my head and I'm not gonna be able to do this. But you know what happened is I learned some things that I was able to take back to my business, and we had a great year from the finance standpoint and the other standpoints too. The next year I said, okay, great, now I want to be forum. And they said, you can be learning chair. And I was like, man, because that's like kind of like the toughest role, takes the most time. And but I loved being learning chair, and had a great year there. And so much so that the next year I became a regional learning expert, where I supported learning chairs as they did their year. Additionally, while I was a regional learning expert, I did get to become the forum chair, which was phenomenal. I love that. And that was my next role in the chapter board, and where I always wanted to be, because forum is kind of my thing. After that, I was president-elect that year, so I became chapter president. And then because of my history in learning, I was also invited to be on the global chapter learning subcommittee as a member there. And so to have the opportunity to affect chapter learning all across the globe. And I totally love that. My favorite role so far has been chapter president. To me, chapter presidents are kind of the tip of the spear, leading EO forward. After that, my year is getting ready to end up, and I'm going to be an area director in the central region, and so I'm going to support all 22 presidents, but 6 of them primarily, and the other 16 I'm just a backup, along with 3 other area directors. So I want to encourage you to, if you've never been a moderator, stand up and sign up and say, hey, I want to be the next moderator, because that's kind of the first step in that path of leadership journey. And if you've never been on the board, I think that every member is qualified to be on the board, and I think every member who's on the board is qualified to lead the chapter as chapter president, with one caveat, that they'll give it their absolute best effort. And if they'll do that, I think they're qualified. The big give back has been this. I thought when I was get on the board, hey, it's going to take all this time away from my business, and I don't have that time to give. I need to spend that time on my company, and that's true and right and accurate, and it does take some time. But what I found is that I've become a better delegator. I become a better leader, and so a couple of years ago, Lita and I, when we went to GLC in Thailand, we spent 2 weeks in Thailand, and this last year we went to Macau for 4 days, and we spent 25 days in China. And I've just become so much such a much better leader because of my path of leadership in EO. So I want to encourage you to step up to the next level, whatever that is for you, and watch you grow and your business grow and your family and your experience in EO. Thank you. Bye now.